surgical where we are located, all these things we don't have. Yes.
That building that is a mortuary down back there next to the maternity wing.
It's next to the maternity wing.
Yes.
And then I think during the initial planning they didn't consider that. So those are things that we need, even 40% of them to be there so as to start moving.
Now, but the kitchen, if someone maybe someone could be asking, a kitchen is a very small thing that the county government can do. Why is it that you guys can't?
A kitchen for such a facility will not cost less than 10 million shillings.
But the county can manage that.
It's true, but it cannot manage the next financial year.
The next, oh yeah, sure.
So will you be given equipment for, you don't operate for 1 year because you need to budget 10 years for the next financial year.
So that's why you asked for the president to give that.
Those are because these are things CT scan. We have 2 CT scans in Nyamira, 64 slates and 32 slates. We need to commission the 32 slates when it comes to Keroka.
Okay.
We have X-ray machines. We have MRI. We have the equipment. Yes.
So right now, is the president going to bring the equipment so that you guys can proceed now?
The delivery. The delivery is ongoing.
Okay.
For the equipment. We are going with the delivery for the equipment is ongoing. Yeah, and we hope that even the ambulance, we're expecting them time soon, so they'll be able to bring the ambulance.
Okay.
Yes.
Now let's go slightly about the impeachment motion that has been tabled. So you said you are the only MCA who did not sign for support. The only elected.
Yes.
And the elected, of course, are the ones who are supposed to vote, right?
No. Voting is elected and nominated.
And nominated.
So you have 35 MCAs.
Oh, 35 MCAs.
So for the governor not to be impeached, for the government to be impeached, you require 2/3.
2/3.
So you have 22. Yeah, 22 not voting to impeach. And for him not to be impeached, it requires 12. 12. And I'll tell you, by the time we reach voting, more than 20 MCAs will vote for the governor.
So what are you guys going to do? What is the miracle that's going to happen? Because I think it happened last time.
There's no miracle, because some of the guys who signed were coerced into signing.
By who?
By the fellow MCAs. That if you don't sign this, even me, they came to me that if you don't sign, we'll remove you from committees, we do this. They did that, I went to court, I obtained an order.
They said that actually you are de-whipped, something like that?
Yes, I was de-whipped from as the majority leader. And then from some of the committees I serve, I went to court and I obtained an order. Because you cannot use kangaroo ways for you to achieve a constitutional issue. If you want to impeach a governor, let each and every person make a decision. And I'm lucky that each and every MCA will make that decision at the ballot.
At the ballot?
Yes.
Recently the governor was in the Senate, and you saw some of the controversial ways he was answering the questions that he was asked. One of them,
if senators ask foolish questions, you answer them foolishly. If the senator comes and says, if the senator comes and says, he asked the governor, is a market being made in Keroka, constructed? The senator comes around 5 kilometers from Keroka. So the governor asked him, I told him I don't know. And the senator said, are you sure? Then the governor asked him, you can be sure it's constructed or not, and you've never visited. You see?
Let me just ask you, there's a question that he was asked about 16 days in Kisumu. Did you hear that?
It's very important to note that that municipality report was for the year 2020. 2020. NYARIBO was not the governor. NYARIBO was the deputy governor at that time. He was the deputy governor. No, by that time trip was being made, the governor was Nyagarama. And then NYARIBO was the deputy governor to Nyagarama. And one of the deputy governors who had no access to what the executive was doing. And it was public knowledge that there was a lot of bad blood between them.
Everyone knew.
But because he's a leader, you cannot come and say, and they disown.
You disowned it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I think you've touched so much on your projects that you've done. Is there any that you've left out? People need to know that you've done a project.
No, there's a lot which we intend to do.
Okay.
Across the world. One of them is town planning and urban planning. We want Keroka to be, let me say, a mini city. And then we're engaging our planners on the same. We want to create a recreational center. We want to specifically set aside space for light industries. You know, you have to think about the future.
Sure.
We want to do a production and a content house for the local youth. And then we want to do a material recovery facility. We want, in a way, we have already started implementing that, that you're able to sort our waste from the time it's being collected. Like now in Keroka, you find that bottles are not part of the general garbage. Yeah, we are already implementing some of those issues. We want to have more tarmac the roads, and then also do more piping of water.
More piping?
Yes.
So piping is going to be done. Actually, I was almost asking about that because personally, I think I've asked you personally about water. Now, as we speak right now, are there dustbins in Keroka, something of that kind?
We used to have dustbins.
Yes.
When you used to have a skip loader. It got spoiled. So now the vehicle comes around and collects on Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays. So what we've designed, when the county vehicle comes to collect, to pass it through the homes and the streets, so people know. So they put the garbage there. And then those ones that are not able to do that, we have a few places where the garbage is put for maybe 1 day or 2 days, and then it picks. But now we've improved the efficiency that we can have the vehicle function each and every time, that we won't have an issue of garbage, because it's able to come, it passes around, it collects, it goes to all the hotels to collect. It goes to bars, it collects bottles. Yes. Now,
before we shift from the issue of achievements, let me ask you something to do. There's a statement you just mentioned that some projects are at 80-70% to completion.
Yes.
So when do you expect to see that bombshell of projects that you guys are going to launch?
Within the next 2 years. By 20...
Almost like you.
Yes, and I'll give the reasons why. The Nyamira County, let's come to Nyamira County and Far Hospital. Have you ever heard of any complaint recently?
No, of course I've not heard, but there was one for water. There was one for water.
Greatly improved. Because in a hospital, water is managed by different departments. You understand that?
Yes.
Like now in Keroka Hospital, is there another department that manages the issue of water? Like now you have a parasite known as Wasco. The one which manages the issue of water is not the hospital.
It's not the hospital?
Yes. So we have the Nyamira County Referral Hospital, Doctor's Plaza. It's complete. And they've even fixed some beds. We've allocated 33 million shillings this year for equipping. And then we have the Nyamira County headquarters. That is around 60% done. They are doing roofing. We have the county assembly headquarters. Roofing is almost being done. So if there's a pending bill of about 28 million to be paid. We have the Manga Stadium. The stadium is done fantastic well, but there are a few issues that need to be done. One of them is erecting a perimeter wall.
I saw it is there. The one around the pitch.
Around the pitch. Only that.
Let me ask you about Manga Stadium. Manga Stadium, when I went there, the dais is quite small. Yeah, that one, how can you say it's perfect? Yet it's quite
small according to your specifications.
No, not really. You know, we are trying to look at this.
Yes.
You guys, we don't expect you to go and demolish it and start adding another one.
So that's
based on the space that I saw there.
That's what I'm saying. It's small according to your specifications. You've probably gone to bigger and a larger stadium.
Just check KC here and we see the alternative we have.
You've gone to bigger and the larger stadiums. When this stadium, and it was very wrong, let me say, it was not the most suitable place to have the stadium because of the land size where the stadium is located. If they could have done it in probably in Riakimai or in Sironga or in Kiendege, they'll have achieved
a bigger one.
But now for that standard, I think it's okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Is it
because at completion, it can do the pavilion, and the other sheds are done, it can do around 30,000 or even 10 to 30.
It will do 30 or 10 or 30. And is it true that it has cost 200 million? From where you sit?
138 million. And I also want you to do your research.
Okay.
I think that's the cheapest stadium ever constructed by any county in Kenya. Just do your research.
Actually, I've checked.
A stadium, any stadium, should cost between 500 to 1.5 billion shillings. In Kisi County, they are doing renovation. They are doing renovation at 1 billion. 1 billion. Yes. Mangazon taken 138 million.
So far it is well done. According to
but there are things that are missing, like I've explained. We need a perimeter. We need the inner perimeter for the players. And then we need gates. Because it has now one gate. We need at least 2 gates, one for VIP and the other one for VIP, and also for security purposes, and then it will be good to use.
When do you expect it to be completed?
The stadium is complete but not operational.
When do we expect to be operational?
Within this year. Once
we're
starting procurement within this year. We plan to do the Nyamira County Governors Cup and a talent search at the stadium at December this year.
December this year. I'll visit there after this interview actually in a few days to go and see what is happening so far. Now let me shift slightly. I have a few things we need to share here at the interview. I don't know whether the time is going to catch up with us. Now, about the municipality, what's the coverage?
The coverage of the municipality is around 133 kilometers square. It has the entire Rigoma ward, the entire Gachuba ward, 2 locations from the entire Gesima ward, 2 locations from Gachuba ward. We have Gachuba location and then Girango location. We left Miriri outside so that Miriri can go to Manga when we'll be doing Manga municipality. And then it has 1 sub-location from Magombo, Gekano sub-location, and then it has 1 sub-location from Nyansongo ward. Yes.
Does it cover Kisii from Keroka?
No. That's the reason why our municipality headquarters is actually in Rigoma, it's not in Keroka.
Oh, it's in Rigoma.
Because if we could have done it in Keroka, we'll be having a dispute already with Kisii. You know, because our municipality is measured from the radius, so you avoided. Oh, you avoided the conflict. Because if we could have done in Keroka, it would have gone up to Gesusu, Kiamokama, or this entire region.
What should people expect from a municipality? The picture, just paint for
already even before we set off, we expect to receive a lot of support in terms of infrastructure, in terms of street lighting, in terms of solid sewerage system, which you don't have. Unfortunately, on Nyamira, there's no sewerage system.
There's no sewerage system. Actually, I was coming there.
And then in terms of a fire station, in terms of better service to our people in Nyara, those people are employed in government. You know, there's a different per diem for those ones in municipalities.
Yeah, sure.
Because also the cost of living is high. Better healthcare, you know, better urban planning, educational centers and stuff like that.
So tunataka kuona lami streets, lami nini? It's going to happen.
Yes.
Now let me progress. Now there have been chaos that usually are witnessed in Keroka. Are we going to see some of those chaos again in the future?
The chaos are done by people who don't want to accept that as a town we need to develop. And for us, we don't engage in chaos. I don't see whether we'll have another chaos. Yes.
They're not going to happen. So the business people of Keroka should feel safe.
Business is ongoing. I can say that. We have no issue with that.
The market that is being constructed, how big is it and how is it going to accommodate?
You know, you're doing 3.
You're doing 3, yes, actually.
There's one for 120, another one for 300, and another I think another one for 400. And they're in phases. Yes.
Maybe I could make a proposal. The smaller market that you in your karibu na road here, probably can organize it, can be a story building, because I know
that also
depends
people on resources, and the government does not have resources at the moment. So if you get a grant, you get a donor, you'll be able to do that.
Is there corruption in Nyamira? From the county government?
Yes, there is.
Okay.
There's no place in Kenya there's no corruption.
So what are you guys doing as MCs?
There's no specific case that has come to us. But if you saw the recent ESCC integrity report, there were 12 counties where the preference of corruption was high. Nyamira is one of them. Where you go to a police station, you have to bribe for you to be given a service. You go to court, you have to bribe for you to be given a service. You go to the registration of births,
county government offices.
County government office. So there is an issue, but people are not forthcoming to say that I've been asked this and this. Yeah, you can only fight what has been reported. In
case someone has experienced such kind of stuff, what do you advise? Aende wapi as a report wapi?
We have ESCC in Kisii offices. We have DCI almost in every police station. Okay. We have also the county government has a mechanism for reporting corruption. Yeah.
Have their president launched projects in Nyamira that are stalled, according to your assessment?
Yes, they are. Okay. There is the road from Kemera through Kiendege to Kegati. It has stalled for almost 7 years. There's the Motemumwamu road. It was launched by Kibaki, launched by Uhuru, even Ruto, but it's still stalled. There's a road from Magombo to Nyakemincha to Kebirigo, stalled. There's a bridge. There's a road from Metamayua to Gesima to Kebirigo. There's a bridge there. It's stalled. Yes, we have several.
What are you doing about it?
We just make a follow up and tell us.
Okay, please follow up so that we can have these things done. Is money allocated?
No, there is no allocation.
Okay.
Even there's a recent road that the president came to launch. The one in SCC, Brab Scheme 620, it had also stalled.
Okay.
But there's an allocation of money for that one.
Recently in Kenya, we've been having a senator from Kisii County being very vocal on various issues, particularly being the airport issue. Why are other leaders not even supporting or even talking about what he's saying? That is just the only one.
He's not the only one. Other leaders are speaking. About the same issues, but he's more vocal.
He's more vocal,
and I think he's taken the right path. And then he's come out nationally as a fighter and a defender for not just for people from Kisii County, but for the entire Kenya, for all people across board.
So we expect you guys are going to support him in case of anything.
Yeah, we'll support him, and he's doing a very, very good work.
Have you personally met him? Because I know you can.
Onyonga is my friend.
Okay.
We talk, even Morara Kevaso is my friend. We talk a lot.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Now, where's Matiang'i? Now that you are his chairman of the party.
Matiang'i is working in Washington.
Okay.
DC. He's a senior analyst for the World Bank.
All right.
But he has an intention that before 2027, he might come back to engage either in local politics. But for now, he's focused at whatever he's doing. He's kept off the local politics. We are among his people, myself, and our political party. So he's just he's abroad. He's working like every Kenyan. He does not want to politic from January to December.
Oh, okay. Like others do. All right. Now, why is Kisii community in general not having a party, according to you, first of all?
We have a party.
Like the uniting party. There are so
we have
many.
a party. I've told you the interest from ODM, which I started with.
Which is
from UDA.
Okay.
But we have a political party known as UPA, which has the most elected number of MCS when you combine the one for Nyamira and for Kisii. Yes.
I've reached out to these other politicians and telling them, hey, please come.
We've reached out to them.
Okay.
We've reached a number of people, and there are talks that are ongoing. And I'm positive that before the 2027 elections, we'll have better direction on more clarity on the same issue.
On the same issue.
Yes.
Now, do you have a Kisii kingpin?
At the moment,